York and New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, very funny lady. Put your hands together. Missy ALLAN is here, right here.
Wow. Last week I was in Vegas. This week, East Windsor. With these beams coming at me. Railroad track things. The trophies. I don't know. There's firemen here. Are there any cops? Because I need it. No, seriously, are there any cops? One?
I thought, okay, I live up in Sparta. Does anyone know where Sparta is? All right, where is it? Where? Oh, okay, close enough. I was just testing. So I got lost coming here. I'd never been to East Windsor, okay? So I get lost, and wasn't paying attention. I got pulled over in front of the quick check. I'm like, oh my God. And there's this really scary looking cop, and he's walking towards me. So I roll my window down, and I notice that he's taking his ticket book, and he's flicking it really fast. So my heart's beating, so I'm trying to make light of the situation. And I go, oh, what are you trying to do? Sell me a ticket to the East Windsor Policeman's Ball? He goes, lady, East Windsor cops don't have balls. See, like you, I laugh, right? And then he got mad. He's like, get out of the car. And I'm like, I'm too drunk. You gotta get in. So then he comes up to me like this, right into my face. And he goes, your eyes are red. Have you been smoking marijuana? And I go to him, your eyes are glazed. Have you been eating donuts? So I got the ticket, but I'm like, I don't want the ticket, so let me flirt with the partner. So the partner comes walking over, and I just start being, like feminine. I start playing with my hair and winking and blowing kisses, and she wasn't going for it. No, I admit it. I'm glad I'm here, but I had an issue. I got in a little fender bender with a truck on 287, and it was a truck filled with piñatas. There was piñatas everywhere on 287, and I got scared, so I ran back to the car, and the man comes running. He's banging on my door. He's like, lady, look what you're doing. And I go, duh, you're not supposed to look when you hit a piñata. That's a time delay joke. You gotta think about it for a second. I heard you when I came in. Oh, she's not wearing a ring. She must be single. Well, yeah, earth-wise I am, but in my mind, I have a man. But I do things to trick myself into pretending there's a man in my life. Like, I will put a sleeping pill in my own drink and then take advantage of myself 20 minutes later. Or I will get in the shower and I'll only shave one leg, so when I roll over in bed, it feels like there's a man next to me. Does this wire not move? What? And you know what? What woman here is like me that you'll only date men that are much shorter? That way you can't see when our roots are growing in. And sir, I love bald-headed men like you. Because I know you'll never give me lice. I just love it. But I don't understand why I can't get a man. Let me say this, I can't understand why I can't control a man. So I went online and I actually Googled how to control a man. And I found something. It was expensive, but let me tell you, for the price it works. When I use it on men, they're literally trembling at my feet and they're not going anywhere. It's my taser. You're not going anywhere, Mom. Well, God. I know what you're thinking with the checks. Both of you are in checks. You're listening to me, you're saying, you're whispering to your pretty woman, oh, that girl's such a romantic. I am. Why are you laughing? You don't think I'm a romantic? I'm a romantic. I don't want much for a man. I want a man who will serenade me outside my window. Like John Cusack did in the movie Say Anything. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I want that, and this past summer I had it. I heard music, and I ran to my window, and it was the Mr. Softy ice cream truck, which ironically was my ex-husband's nickname. One thing you never heard me scream was, the ice cream man's coming, the ice cream man's coming. Let me ask you and get it right out here. Are there any stalkers here? You look like one. The reason why I'm asking is because I was at a Firehouse show, no joke, and I had this crazy guy following me, and I had to go get a restraining order. And I called up my ex-boyfriend, who's a lieutenant in a place here in New Jersey, and I called him up, I said, I have this crazy stalker, how do I make him go away? He said, oh, just date him. I'm from Moonachie, New Jersey. Do you guys know where Moonachie is? You do? I was born and raised in Moonachie to a single Jewish mom. Just curious, any other Jews here? Oh, we got some. Okay, good. So you're going to like me just because we're both Jewish, right? That's right. To a single Jewish mom. I never knew my father. Ironically, he moved to California to do stand-up before I was born. True story. So whenever my mom's mad at me now, she'll go, oh, you're just like your father. And I'll go, bull, I never slept with Aunt Betty. Now she's in heaven, making all the angels have low self-esteem like me. I like this guy, he laughs at anything I say. So, men sometimes tell, what is your name? Jeffrey. Do I need to do that in sign language? Jeffrey, what do you do? When, okay. He's not good for crowd work. Men tell me I'm pushy. And I don't think I am pushy. I was in Vermont about 2 months ago with an ex-boyfriend, and we were taking like a pretty walk on one of those covered bridges, and he goes, oh my God, all you do is push, push, push until you get what you want. Ladies, right? At that point I knew it was over, right? I can't deal with a man with legs, so I went in and I hugged him, and then I pushed him off the bridge. So, even though I'm from Moonachie and I was dirt poor, I didn't want for things because my mom would shop at the Goodwill. Do you guys have one out in this area? Like a Salvation Army? The thing is though, if you get things from a Goodwill, it's a little different than say Toys R Us. I remember my mom came in with a Barbie dream house. You guys remember the Barbie dream house? I got it and I put it down and I went to open the door. It seemed the bank had already foreclosed on my dream house. I love Barbie still, and I got a Barbie at the Goodwill the other day. It was like $4, which is a ridiculously good price. I got it home, and I noticed the Barbie had no head. There was a headless Barbie. I'm looking all through the box. There's no head. I'm like, what's going on? I looked at the box. It was a Taliban Barbie. Too soon? I think I just lost you. Just a joke. And the thing is, though, I was so upset with all my comic friends saying, oh, you have a Barbie without a head, you have a Barbie without blah, blah. So I went home, and I got a Brussels sprout, and I put it on the Barbie's head, and voila, I now had a Cabbage Patch doll. Do you guys remember the game Twister? I got Twister at the Goodwill. It was like, I don't know, 35 cents. So I knew there was something weird with it. So I opened it up, and I put it down, and there was, because all the dots were red. And I'm like, that's weird. So I looked at the box. It was manufactured in India. Remember the Easy Bake Oven? You remember for you guys, you get the Easy Bake Oven, you would take a flashlight, and you'd put it in the oven, and then you'd make your own cakes and cookies. Well, I was doing it, and the stuff wasn't getting smooth. And I was really wondering what this was. So I looked at the box. It was donated by somebody in Germany. And as a Jewish woman, I was going to go near that oven. What about the Magic 8 Ball? You guys remember the Magic 8 Ball? You still have the Magic 8 Ball? I got it at the Goodwill. It was 10 cents. That should have been a tip, right? It had a little bump in it. And I took it. But I didn't care. I want to know what my future is, right? And the only way is through a Magic 8 Ball. So I took it and I said, Magic 8 Ball, Magic 8 Ball. What are 3 words that are going to be whispered in my ear my entire love life and grown-up life? And it said, credit card declined. I also like to buy like holiday decorations there. Do you guys know what a dreidel is? For you non-Jews, goyams, it's basically, it's like one of those tops that you spin at Hanukkah. So I got one. The one thing that was weird about it, it was black, not the usual blue color. And it was one of those that sang, so I spun it on the floor, and it started doing rap music, like, yo, yo, go, like real rap music. And again, I looked at the box, it was a Dr. Dre doll. I still shop there today, I'll admit it. I know you're probably shocked with my gorgeous wardrobe, you know? But I get everything at the Goodwill, and I shop with a friend, and she's like this very rich type of East Windsor type of girl. So I got a pair of $3 boots. I mean, hey, you guys get popcorn. That's my class, okay? So I'm walking around with these boots. They were $3, and she's looking at me, and finally she goes, I can't believe you're wearing secondhand boots. And I said, oh my God, it's a designer brand. It says in Monte number 6. And she said, Missy, that says inmate number 6. True story. And I got a necklace. I got a necklace at the Goodwill. I like to wear like quirky, weird things in my hair sometimes, and you know, so they have a rack of 99-cent necklaces. So I put on a white one, and sir, I look good in it. You know, I'm looking in the mirror, and this old man is tapping me on the shoulder. And I go, excuse me, sir, what? He's like, I can't believe you're making fun of the elderly. I said, what are you talking about? He's like, you're buying that necklace. I said, yeah, because it sends life to my face. He's like, yeah, that's because it's a life alert. I didn't like him, so I pushed him to the ground. And he's like, oh, I'm falling, I can't get up. I'm like, it's not such a joke now, is it, Grandpa? Does he text you back immediately? He is? Okay, not good for the joke. Does he text you back immediately? Okay, why don't you text her back? How hard is it to type BRB? Say that to her. Be right back. TTYL. Talk to you later, say it. Okay, JON, say it to her. Jerking off now, say it. I mean, she understands, she has needs, okay? I hope you guys find it mildly fun for East Windsor. Not West Windsor, but East Windsor. Because about 7 years ago, before I got into comedy, I went into New York to become a clown. The Manhattan Clown College, and they had mime school there. This is the part of the performance that I get really worked up because I was the only clown who didn't graduate. The teachers were bozos, okay? Like we had these classes. We had a class where you had to come up with a funny clown name to match your personality. There was one clown named Bubbles. There was one named Sprinkles, and mine was named Zoloft. We had a class where you had to make funny balloon animals, and I made a balloon pit bull, and it jumped off my leg and peed on me. But the thing is, though, I was mad. I was upset and kind of angry at the clowns. And when I found, this is bad, if you didn't like the Taliban Barbie joke, when I found out that 14 of my clown classmates were killed in a one-car collision. It's not real, it's a joke. Yeah, so I used to date a mom. You know what, let me tell you, if you decide to go to clown school, don't ever date a clown. Because all they ever want to do is fight with you, just have makeup sex. And I'm better than that. So I was dating a mime very briefly, and he was a bad mime. He couldn't talk, he had one hand, he was just a horrible mime, you know? But you know why I didn't give up on him, sir? Because a mime is a terrible thing to waste. So my time is up. I just want to end it with this. I didn't bring it up in my set, but from the ages of 3 to 13, my mom put me in children's beauty pageants. You ever see like toddlers and tiaras? Did that for 10 years. And it was really weird. I wanted to look them up on Facebook and see if they were as accomplished as me in East Windsor, you know, and 3 of them committed suicide, sadly. 2 are in prison. One's really bad. She's voting for Hillary. Or we can say one's really bad, she's voting for Trump, whatever. So you know what that makes me? A success story! Thank you! I'm Missy ALLAN. Have a good night.
Missy ALLAN, everybody. Let's hear it for Missy. Very good.
So